This is my 2026 MLB free agency predictions. These are some of the ones I got right in the past, so let's see how I do this year. Starting off at number 25, I got Zach Littell, a 30-year-old starting pitcher, and I have him going back to the Cincinnati Reds to help out that rotation, getting 2 years, $34 million. Next, we got Merrill Kelly, 37 years old, a little bit older, some might say unk status. Starting pitcher, I have him going to the Orioles, $25 million over 1 year. The Orioles, they need some help in that rotation pretty badly. Next, we got center fielder Trent Grisham, who just came off one of the best seasons of his career. He's going into his 29-year-old season. I have him getting 2 years, $30 million, and going to the Astros. Next, we got another center fielder, Harrison Bader. He'll be 32 this June, and I could definitely see him staying with Philly, but I'm going to have him going to the Royals because they also need help in the outfield. I have him getting 2 years, $22 million. Next, we got JT Realmuto, the only catcher in this video. He's getting up there in age, but he's still pretty solid. Last year, he had a WAR of 2.5. He's going into his 35-year-old season. I have him staying in Philly, getting 1 year, $18 million, but also 2 years would make sense too. To get the top 20 started off, we got Marcell Ozuna, DH, 35 years old, more of a down season last year, but still has some pop in that bat. I have him getting 2 years, $35 million, and going to the Padres. Next, we got Jorge Polanco, second base. He just came off an excellent season, which I'm saying about a lot of these guys. He's a little bit older. He'll be 33 in July. I have him getting 2 years, $30 million, and staying with the Mariners. It just seemed like a good fit there. Next, we got second base, Gleyber Torres, only going to be 29 this season. Now, he is going to get surgery, so maybe that affects his market somewhat, but I have him staying in Detroit, 3 years, $51 million. Next, we got closing pitcher Robert Suarez, 35 years old, joined the MLB a little bit later, but he's been great. I have him going to the Diamondbacks, getting 2 years, $26 million. The Diamondbacks, they need some bullpen help, and he could be their closer. Next, we got Shota Imanaga, who just opted out of his contract with the Cubs. I have him going to the Giants, getting 3 years, $68 million, with an opt-out after year 2. At number 15, we got starting pitcher Dylan Cease. He's only going to be 30 this year, and I think he has the potential to get a 5-year deal, but I think he's going to want to get a short-term deal to prove his worth again, to get paid a little bit more money in a year or two. So I have him getting $56 million over 2 years with a player opt-out in there, and I have him going to the Cubs. Next, we got 30-year-old Zach Gallen. I have him getting 2 years, $65 million with a player opt-out. I think he fits really well in Houston since they're most likely going to lose Framber Valdez, and they already have an ace in Hunter Brown, so I think he could fit somewhere in there below Brown. Next, we got third baseman Eugenio Suarez. Why did I mess that up? Oh well. He's going to be 35 in July, so he's a little bit older, but he's still cooking offensively. I do think he's going to leave Seattle because his numbers dipped since he got traded there. So I have him going to the Tigers, getting 3 years, $75 million. I also could see him going to the Angels because I could see them giving a big contract to a veteran third baseman, Anthony Rendon. Next, we got 31-year-old Michael King. Now, interestingly, he only has 2 seasons with over 100 innings pitched, but I have him getting 4 years, $88 million, and maybe an opt-out after the second year, and I have him staying with the Padres. Next, we got Josh Naylor, first baseman. He'll be 29 in June. He fits really well in Seattle, so I think he stays. 5 years, $115 million. Getting the top 10 started, we got Edwin Diaz, who just opted out of his contract. I have him staying with the Mets, getting 4 years, $72 million, and that is 4 years is a long time for a relief pitcher, especially when you're 32 years old, but I think the Mets are going to be the ones to do it. At number 9, we got the third and final Suarez in this video. We got Ranger Suarez, 30-year-old starting pitcher. I have him getting 5 years, $135 million, and I think he could stay in Philly, but I'm going to have him go to the Blue Jays. They could use another lefty starter, and they may need to replace Bassett if they decide to move on from him. The only thing with Suarez is that he's not always healthy, so keep an eye out for that. Number 8, we got Cody Bellinger. I have him staying with the Yankees, $150 million over 6 years. I think this works well. Number 7, I got Kyle Schwarber, DH. I mean, mostly DH. You're going to DH him. Probably not too much time in the outfield. He's 33 years old, and I'm going to say he gets 4 years, $100 million, which does seem like a little bit long at that age for a DH, but I think 3 years is a little bit short. Number 6, we got Pete Alonso. Going into his 31-year-old season, I have him getting 6 years, $168 million. I think the Red Sox are potential, but I don't know if they're going to spend big on multiple top free agents in one offseason. Maybe they do, but I think he's going to stay with the Mets. Number 5, we got Bo Bichette, and this is probably the hardest contract to predict. There's kind of 2 options I think I could see him doing. Maybe like a 3-year deal, kind of similar to what Carlos Correa did a few years ago, with an opt-out after each year. Or maybe like a 7-year deal, kind of like what Willy Adames did. would have been last year. But actually, no, he's a bit younger than Adames. I'll say he gets 8 years, $200 million, and he's staying with the Blue Jays. I don't really see how he leaves. It's one of the core guys there, and the Blue Jays got deep pockets. Number 4, we got Alex Bregman, 32 years old. I think he stays in Boston. It just seems to work well there. Seems like a leader there. I've been getting 6 years, $180 million. Before I get to the top 3, I say this every year, but hi there. My name's Addison. I run this channel 100% Gold. And I just want to say thanks for all the support. The last few years I made this video, it's done really well, so I appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. I'll stand up to make this a little more dramatic. But we'll say if I get 6,000 subscribers by the end of the year, then I'll have like a bunch of eggs chucked at me, or maybe something else. That'd be kind of wasteful for eggs. But again, I love making these videos. It's fun. It does take a lot of time. You know, if God keeps blessing this channel, that's awesome. But if not, that's okay too. For the top 3 free agents, I'll make it interesting and give every single one of them a new team. And number 3, we got Munetaka Murakami. Obviously, he's going to a new team because he's coming from Japan. He's only 26 years old. He can play third base and first base. I made a video about him like 2 years ago, and like, now here he is. I don't know what kind of a contract he's going to get, but I think there's going to be a lot of teams interested in him because of his young age and his power potential. He could be a good Pete Alonso replacement. I could also see him going to the Dodgers, but I'm going to say he goes to the Yankees. Number 2, we got Framber Valdez, 32-year-old starting pitcher. I have him getting 6 years, $180 million. I was going to do 7 years, but I think that's a little bit aggressive, even though Max Fried did get 8 years last year. I could see the Blue Jays trying to go for him, but I don't know if he quite fits the vibes of that closely knit team, since kind of like the throwing the ball at the catcher drama incident thing. So I have him going to the Mets. I think they need an ace. Let's see if this happens. For the number 1 free agent, we got 29-year-old outfielder Kyle Tucker. He's been pretty underrated for a while, but now he seems to be getting some more credit. I have him getting a contract of 11 years, $400 million, and I'm kind of torn between 2 teams. I think the Phillies got a good shot at signing him. It'd be a good way to change up their core, but the team I have him going to, I don't think they're done spending. I have Kyle Tucker signing with the Dodgers, but if you want to see my MLB alternate jersey tier list, tap this. Is my eye pink? Is that like bad?